My name is Paul Brookshire. We're from Dallas, Texas.
Hi, I'm Shanna Brookshire.
Well, my 8 to 5 job is in IT. I work for Brinks Incorporated, and I am their voice over IP guy.
I work for the Federal Bureau of Prisons in the HR department.
Our goal for real estate is to have me retire by the end of this year so I can go at it full time, so I can start concentrating and building our business for our family.
And then my goal is to be ready to retire completely by the time my 3 years are up. I have to retire by the age of 57. So I will try to finish it out, but if we get this thing rocking and rolling, then I may quit earlier.
It feels great because knowing that we can have the vehicle that we need to financially become free and be able to help other people out that needs to be helped. Well, in our past experiences with real estate investing, we've done our own fix and flips per se for our kids. So my daughter had bought a house, and unbeknownst we had fixed it up and sold it, and my daughter made a profit on the house of about $30,000. So that was our first taste of real estate investing, not on purpose, but by accident. And then by us doing that, we knew that this is a tool that we can use to better help us and our family.
Yes. Yeah, it was awesome because, I kind of enjoyed the process, even though it was a lot of work, and then I was like, wow, we can actually make money doing this.
Yeah. We did all the fixing ourselves. I've got a construction sort of background, so I was able to do all the work myself. And I knew if we can do this and not do the work ourselves, that there's potential to have more projects going on at the same time. We found Clever Investor by doing a lot of online research to find out the best qualified program for us to go to. And when we found Cody Sperber and the Clever Investor videos, we saw his energy and the ideas that he had for doing real estate investing just made sense to us. So we definitely bought into it and said, this guy has the deal or has the tools that we need in order to get this real estate going.
Yeah, it definitely has. We've been with the mentor that we were assigned, Elisa Law, and she's been great. She keeps us accountable. There's times when just like, man, she's pushing, but she's made us get where we are in a very short time. So we're really impressed. It's needed because especially when you're trying to work 9 to 5 jobs and then, you're running life, besides you got a family and everything else. You've got to have someone keep pushing or you may not make it. You got to keep pushing.
Well, our first deal, yes, we have closed 3 deals, and our first deal was a subject to property, which I've learned is very difficult to do. So our first one to cut our teeth on was probably one of the hardest ones to do. A subject to property is difficult to do because there's so much paperwork and legal aspect of it. But that was our first project. And our second one was a wholesale assignment, which we purchased a house. It was a fix and flip. We're not doing the fix and flip ourselves, but it's a hot mess per se. But we were able to put the house under contract within a short period of time. We found the house by doing mail outs, and by doing mail outs, we got a few calls. And by going through the negotiations and being able to put the house under contract and finding an end buyer was a great feeling, knowing that assignments are a lot easier than subject to properties.
Yeah.
Well, Elisa Law helped us out tremendously in walking us through step by step on the subject to property. Without our mentorship from a Clever Investor, we could not have done a subject to property on our own.
No, in fact, we had some bumps in the road, and she kept pushing and helped us get over them, and we couldn't have done it without her. Well, honestly, the program that we tried before this one was a lot more expensive, and we got a lot less bang for our buck. So I personally was a little disheartened, and I wasn't really wanting to sink money into a second deal. My husband really was the one who pushed us on that one, and I'm glad he did, because the difference was night and day. So yeah, I mean, anybody who's on the fence about it, who has a question about whether they should put the money in or not, it's well worth the money.
Make the phone call, talk to the people who are at Clever Investor and get the assurance, because we made several phone calls just to make sure that this is the real deal. And every time that we spoke with somebody, the encouragement and the satisfaction level that we received from every individual that we spoke with was priceless. I didn't feel that there was any behind the scenes stuff that was happening, that gave us a cause for concern. We were very pleased with everybody that we spoke with, and they helped us along. And it was a no-brainer, in my opinion, to make the decision to go with Clever Investor.